Outside the village, beyond the fields of barley, lay whispering woods. Locals spoke of the woods in hushed tones, their voices low with fear. Legend said the woods were haunted, a place where spirits dwelled among the trees. Villagers told stories of strange whispers carried on the wind, of shadows moving in the moonlight, and of those who ventured in but never returned. The elders warned the young, forbidding them from ever stepping foot into the woods. Fear was a powerful deterrent, keeping the villagers safe and the legend of whispering woods alive. But fear can also breed curiosity, a dangerous seed in the mind of a restless soul. Arun was known for his adventurous spirit. He listened to the tales of whispering woods with a mix of trepidation and excitement. He yearned to explore the unknown, to see for himself if the stories were true. One crisp autumn afternoon, his curiosity got the better of him. He told no one of his plans, knowing they would try to stop him. With a small knapsack filled with provisions, he set off towards the edge of the village, towards the shadowy outline of the woods in the distance. His heart thumped with a mixture of fear and anticipation. The sunlight seemed to vanish as Arun entered the woods. The trees grew tall and close, their branches intertwining overhead, blocking out the sky. The air grew heavy, thick with the scent of damp earth and decaying leaves. An eerie silence hung in the air, broken only by the sound of Arun's own footsteps. He moved cautiously, his senses on high alert. Every creak of a branch, every rustle of leaves sent a shiver down his spine. He had expected to be met with the whispers he had heard so much about, but the silence was almost deafening. It was as if the forest itself was holding its breath. As Arun ventured deeper, the silence was finally broken. At first it was just a faint whisper, carried on the breeze. He stopped, listening intently. It came again, a low, mournful sound, like a voice sighing through the trees. He couldn't make out any words, but the tone sent chills down his spine. The whispers grew louder, more frequent, seeming to come from all directions. He felt a growing sense of dread, an overwhelming feeling of being watched. He quickened his pace, trying to ignore the whispers that seemed to be closing in around him. Section 5. The Figure in the Shadows. The whispers reached a crescendo as Arun stumbled into a small clearing. There, in the centre, stood a towering figure shrouded in shadow. He couldn't make out any features, only the vague outline of a humanoid form. The whispers seemed to emanate from the figure, swirling around it like a vortex. Arun stood frozen, his breath caught in his throat. He wanted to run, to scream, but terror had rooted him to the spot. The figure took a step towards him and the whispers intensified, seeming to claw at his mind. Section 6. A Frantic Escape. Panic surged through Arun. He turned and ran blindly, crashing through the undergrowth, desperate to escape the clearing and the terrifying figure within it. The whispers pursued him, echoing through the trees, urging him on. He didn't dare look back, but he could sense the figure's presence behind him, cold and menacing. The forest seemed to conspire against him, branches reaching out like grasping claws, thorns tearing at his clothes. He pushed himself to his limit, his lungs burning, his legs screaming for respite. But he didn't slow down, not until he could run no more. Section 7. The Search for Arun. When Arun didn't return by nightfall, the villagers feared the worst. A search party was assembled, brave souls venturing into the woods despite their fear. They searched through the night, calling Arun's name, their torches casting flickering shadows among the trees. But their search was in vain. They found no trace of Arun, no sign of a struggle, no indication of what had become of him. As dawn broke, they returned to the village, their faces etched with worry and despair. They had faced their fears and ventured into the heart of Whispering Woods, only to be met with silence and the chilling realization that some mysteries are best left unsolved. Section 8. Whispers in the Wind. The disappearance of Arun sent shockwaves through the village. The legend of Whispering Woods, once dismissed by some as mere superstition, took on a chilling reality. The forest became a place of fear once more, avoided by all who valued their sanity and their lives. But some say that on quiet nights, when the wind whispers through the trees, you can still hear Arun's voice calling out from the woods, a mournful, desperate plea lost among the rustling leaves and the creaking branches. A chilling reminder of the fate that awaits those who dare to venture into the heart of Whispering Woods. Section 9. The Forest Remembers. The forest, they say, remembers. It remembers the footsteps of those who have walked its paths, the laughter and the screams, the triumphs and the tragedies. And sometimes when the conditions are right, it whispers its secrets to those who dare to listen. The villagers avoid Whispering Woods now, their fear a tangible barrier. But the woods remain, a silent sentinel guarding its secrets. And Arun's tale serves as a chilling reminder that some places are best left undisturbed, their mysteries shrouded in shadow and silence.